Dr. Jessica Ash here. My amazing son bought me an Instant Pot, and I am gonna cook chuck roast in it tonight in an hour. Now, usually in a normal pot, that would take over 3 hours. So I'm chopping up some onion, that's step number one. And then I have garlic to chop. And it's the end of the semester, and I told my students today, I said, congratulations. You, in the midst of all of the turmoil on earth, you have chosen to make yourself a better person this semester. And I'm so proud of anybody who chose to go to school online. I mean, what else do we have to do? Are we going to the beach on vacation? Not so much. So I'm very proud of all of my students who have worked so hard this semester. And the onions don't need to be in small pieces, so I'm just chopping them. I'm not mincing them. I found that some people really like to watch the English or listen to the English in my shows. So, you know, diced, not diced, just chopped. Now the garlic, I'm going to mince, which is to chop finely. Type in the chat below if you learn vocabulary while watching my cooking show. So there's some tomato sauce already, tomato paste already in there. I told you there was some tomato paste in there. There's also some red wine, some thyme, beef broth, and Worcestershire. I'm gonna mix it all up. The recipe calls for a couple of carrots cut up, so I'm gonna peel them. I know some people really like those baby carrots, but I don't think they have any flavor. So I'm just fine to peel my own carrots. For those of you who don't know, that bottle is Worcestershire sauce. Now I've cut up my garlic, onions, and carrots, and I'm gonna put them in the pot with all the other stuff. While I cut up my potatoes, I want to tell you about my friend Sherry Williamson. She made these coins for her woodland elves. She's so amazing. She inspires me. Her grandchildren live in Orlando, and she thought, how am I going to convince my grandkids to come to Ohio? So she built a woodland forest and elf trail in her backyard. And buses of children go to her house to see the elfin trail. Don't tell your children, but she even hires people to dress up like elves and kind of hide from the visitors. It's amazing. I can't wait for more grandkids because they are in for it. But that's a coin that you get if you go to one of her shows. I'm gonna see her next weekend, and I'm so excited. Potatoes are cut, going in. So the recipe calls for a rub. I'm using an applewood rub, and I'll put 2 bay leaves in. This is one of the books by Sherry Williamson and the Woodland Elves. They're filled with values and ethics and morals, exactly what our children need today. You can find a link to her stuff on my website. And no, I don't make any money from that. So I have the 2 bay leaves. I'm putting them in. Here's my meat with the rub on it. I'm putting that in. It fits perfectly. There's the meat and all of the ingredients, the carrots, onions, garlic, potatoes, broth, everything's in there. Now I have to put the lid on. Now I'm putting the lid on. You can hear it click, right? It says it's only going to take an hour. Turning it on. We're going to do pressure. Temperature high or low. We're going to go with low. Time. We're going to go with an hour. And start. So that means it's pressuring up. The food is done and we're letting the pressure vent. It's on keep warm. So the steam has stopped pretty much. Now we're gonna open it. Yep. And that's the end product. Looks great. Rob's cutting the meat, it's very tender. So Rob's had one bite.
It's too hot.
It's too hot. Is it flavorful though? You can't tell because it's...
Hey.
SAP trying to get in some of those things in order to make sure that their customers are not left behind. Absolutely. Okay, any questions from the group?